Today we'll be making shrimp wonton, and we'll be adding some shrimps to the product, as well as some Chinese broccoli, some spring onions, and of course some wonton shells. Stay tuned, we'll get cooking. Okay, so these are the ingredients we'll be using today. We've got wonton rolls, we've got spring onions, otherwise known as green onions. We've also got Chinese broccoli, and we've got some large shrimps. Now, you can certainly go ahead and use whatever size shrimps you want, but this is what we choose to use today. As well, we've got a couple chili peppers here, just to kick it up a notch. Okay, so right now what we're gonna do, folks, is we're gonna get us 4 cups of water, which we've got here. And we're gonna bring this 4 cups of water to a boil. Okay, turning on our stove. Okay, so while I've got my water boiling, I'm going to go ahead and cut up some spring onions. Okay, just finely cut, just for a good little consistency of garnish. Okay, as you can see, just getting it all cut up there. And we're going to be sprinkling this on the wonton once the soup is all cooked and ready to go. All right. So just kind of cut that up, move it off to the side. And then we're going to be using our Chinese broccoli. Now, I prefer to use just the leafy part of the Chinese broccoli rather than the stalk. Okay, I think it gives it a bit more of a contrast. And besides, the stalk, they do take a bit of time to cook, to kind of get to a palatable level. And I prefer not to use those. You can certainly go ahead and use them, but that's just my choice. All right, once we get that all in place, all right, we just kind of rough chop this. We don't even really have to chop it, but just to give it a couple slices, break it down into small pieces. Now we've got all those ingredients all set. Thirdly, I'm going to go ahead and just cut up my chili peppers, which I'm going to be putting in my soup just to kind of kick it up a notch. Okay, again, using chili pepper is something that's optional, and depends on how much your tolerance of spicy food is. You will determine the amount of chili peppers that you use. All right, after all that is set, we'll just check on our water again to see if it's all ready to go, and it's just about ready. It hasn't come to a rolling boil, but we'll just leave it a couple of more minutes just to allow it to come to a rolling boil. Once that comes to a rolling boil, we're going to be putting our wonton in the water just to get them going. All right, so I'm about ready to put my wonton in the boiling water. As you can see, it is at a rolling boil. Got lots of steam coming out of it, so nice and boiling. It's rolling boil. So I'm gonna get my wonton. Okay, I'm gonna place them in the water. So for me, once I get the wonton in the water, I'm going to use some wonton flavoring soup mix. Okay, just put a tablespoon in, and I continue to have that at rolling boil. Okay, turn my burner down a bit, down to about a medium heat. The wonton is all set. It only takes maybe about a minute to get cooked. Once it gets cooked, it's time to add some other ingredients. Now, what I'm going to do at this moment is I'm going to add my shrimps. Okay, I'm going to add the shrimps to the pot. Now, this dish is a very simple dish. It can take you anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes from start to finish. Okay, once you get all your stuff prepared, now I'm about ready to add the Chinese broccoli as well as the spring onions and the chili peppers. Okay. It's all set, all ready to go. It's time to daddy delicious and eat. All right, so we're gonna get a good little helping with our ladle, our scoop into a bowl of all the mixture of the shrimp, the wonton, and the spring onions. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Scrumptious. Tune in again. So if you like this dish and you want to see more, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And big up the thing so I can give the people them what they want. Until next time.